Hey everyone, Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a brand new 2019 album review. And today we're going to be looking into the new album from the band Enterprise Earth entitled Luciferous, or however the fuck you pronounce it, which was released through Good Fight Music. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Enterprise Earth, they're a deathcore band from, I believe, Washington, and these guys have been around since 2014. I discovered Enterprise Earth probably around 2015, 2016. I know them from their vocalist Dan Watson's previous band, Infinite Annihilator, that he was a part of. And I thought his vocals were sick. And I remember first seeing Enterprise Earth, it was like 2015, they played in Marietta at this, well, it's no longer around, this venue called Swayze's Venue in Marietta in Georgia. And it was around the time where I saw a lot of local bands when I sort of gave a shit about that place, which I don't anymore, but that's besides the point. And I've seen them like 5 times. I saw them in 2016 as part of Summer Slaughter. And then 2017 I saw them with Chelsea Grin and Ice Nine Kills and Gideon. They were pretty good then. And I saw them twice last year with Dying Fetus and Dyer's Murder, and I last saw them at Connect Live in Ackworth with Ingested. And honestly, I feel like they're just as great live as they are on CD. I remember they put out their debut EP, I forget what it was called, Patient Zero, or no, it was another EP they had at that time. I thought it was a solid one. And this is, I believe, their second full-length album, the follow-up to their first debut full-length, which I can't remember at the top of my head. But I think this album is just, God, one of the best deathcore albums I've heard this year. I mean, I heard like the new Whitechapel is good, but this is just, ugh, it's so like just really just brutal and heavy. And this record is just a smooth blend of like death metal with deathcore, with sort of like very intricate guitar riffs, sort of like very low bass and vicious vocals. The production is just really great. And as I said before, like the vocals on this album are just great. Dan Watson's vocals are just, I don't even know how he just does it. Like he just insane highs that he does, and just the gutturals and the lows that he is just fucking insane. Guitar wise, Gabe Mangel's guitar tone is just very intricate, just really technical sounding, and just the breakdowns are just insane. Bass wise, Rob Sierra's bass is pretty audible. You can definitely hear it well in the mix. And this album is just full of like drumming and blast beats. I don't know how Aaron O'Toole does it, but damn, it just sounds great. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive into this album track by track. Now, the album opens up with Behold Malevolence, which is an ominous drum accompanied with a memorable vocal introduction, which pretty much sets the tone for the record. It then opens up into an epic, powerful, blackened, melodic valley of despair. Just infectious choruses followed by a classically soulful, fully written solo. The first track ends with just a skull-crushing, chuggy conclusion. Sleepers for the Dead with a very powerful introduction and quick progression into like a rhythmical trance-like chorus, and I knew that like it just really captures like the strength and and sort of like the evolution that they wanted to portray on this album. Then we go into He Exists, which I believe is the first single released off this album, which sort of like keeps the momentum up with a very fast-paced heavy hitter. It just immediately just grabs your attention with sort of like intense blast beats and technical riffage, then quickly drops into a heavy groove and pummeling verse. With the catchy vocal hooks and unrelenting instrumentals, this is a good choice for a first single. I really love this song a lot. Scars of the Past, after like the 3 intense tracks, then I feel like with this song they wanted to introduce some new elements. It pretty much starts off with an ambient, ominous, clean guitar part, then drops into a low and slow chorus with layered, lush overtones, and it picks up during the verse, but quickly returns into heavy, down-tuned riffage. And I feel like this right here is like this album is also a little bit more melodic than with previous albums. So getting a track like this, which is a crossbred of like some of their older stuff with sort of like newer influence, which is just pretty great, and it showcases sort of like the new sounds and styles. Ashamed to Be Human, which is a song I feel like lyrically it's about betrayal and contains some of the most in-your-face vocal deliveries on the album. Another track starting with immense intensity is just wow. Requiem, I feel like right around here, the middle of the album seems to be a fitting place to introduce one of the major new elements to their sound, an acoustic guitar, which is kind of like a first for Enterprise Earth. A short interlude featuring like a classical guitar intro and a wide orchestral arrangement, and this sort of like a fragile altitude serves as a transition into the second half of the record and delves into a more melodic and compositional depth. So over here, and then I feel like it just flows into the next track, the False Safe Fallacy. See, which is just a fast-paced and cinematic song that serves it to a bold step into like their new direction with an epic and constant melodic theme. This track features one of the most strongest choruses, followed by some of the most heaviest riffage on the album. Eternal Suffering, which continuing with the introduction of threats, themes, and styles. If you have heard this verse without hearing like any of the other songs on the album, you might even recognize it as Enterprise Earth. There's a fast-paced intro that drops into an infectious groove-laying chorus with a melodic leads and a memorable vocal delivery. This track is sure to deliver and shows how they've pretty much matured as band and as songwriters. Then we go into the title track of the album, Luciferous, which returns it to an ambient, clean guitars with an orchestral arrangements. This track offers another glimpse into the diversity of the album. This deponents into it sort of like jumps sharply into a shrieking and powerful scream with an epic instrumental arrangements. This song showcases the theatrical elements mixed with some classic Enterprise Earth intensity. Nightfallen, and this is a straight to the point assault to violent and intense vocal and instrumental power with an unrelenting barrage of riffs. This song is sure to please both old and new fans alike. The next song on here is We Are Immortal, which has a classic acoustic guitar eloquently leads the listener to an epic baroque of powerful intro, diving through like the fast-paced guitar work and intricate and groovy lead. This track takes the listener through a labyrinth of twists and turns before dropping on to one of the most heaviest moments on the album. The intro motifs makes an appearance at the end to offer the conclusion to this roller coaster of this song. And then the album closes with There Is No Tomorrow, which I believe this is the largest departure from their sort of like their old style. A delicate and dependent acoustic intro starts the journey to like this 8.5 minute epic, pretty much one of the longest songs on here. And then it encapsulates the entire sonic landscape of the album, offering vibes of death and destruction while also invoking uplifting emotions of hope. And this is like a really great way to end this album. And overall, Luciferous by Enterprise Earth is a really good album, one of the best deathcore albums I've heard this year. So if I were to give this album a score, I'm definitely going to give this a solid 9 out of 10. It's really great, and I'm actually going to see them tonight, the Masquerade. They're playing with Lorna Shore, so if anybody's going to that, I'll see you there. Let me know what you think of the review, and thank you guys for watching. See you all next video, and keep it metal.